Hey, what's going on, everybody? Andrew Dawson here with Operation for Freedom. Today, I want to talk to you about what to expect and how to prepare for a missions trip with us, a short term missions trip. We have literally dozens of teams who come and serve with us on the street in Las Vegas, and they always ask questions about the schedule. And we have numerous questions about what the trip looks like and how to prepare for a trip coming up with us. And that is what this video is about today. So I want to jump right into it. We typically have two goals when it comes to missions trips serving with us and individuals coming and serving as volunteers. And those two goals are getting you the right training and then getting you in the field with hands-on experience doing direct outreach. And that serves a couple purposes. Number one, it gives you experience, gives you training, and those ripple effects of you coming and serving with us go beyond just this 5-day trip. And also it helps us do the work that we do. We've really structured these weeks around having a big team that helps us do more than we could do with just our team. And we love that about missions trips and missions teams coming to serve with us. You're not just doing busy work, but you're actually getting involved in the fight and then getting educated and taking that confidence and that experience back to your community and plugging it in. We've seen numerous people come and serve with us, get a heart for this, have some education under their belts and experience, and see what trafficking really looks like in Las Vegas, and then go back and do some incredible work in their communities. So that's a couple of our goals when it comes to hosting missions teams in Las Vegas with us and our work in the anti-human trafficking field. So we always get asked about schedule. What does the schedule look like? What does a 5-day trip look like? And most of the days, besides the last day of the trip where we do a big debrief, most of the days look like this. It's typically training in the morning and it's outreach in the afternoon. And how we structure that is you will receive some hands-on training in a generalized session talking about trafficking. It's either training from law enforcement or a local NGO or our team who trains you on human trafficking, this work in trafficking, how to be a missionary, and advocacy work and trauma-informed counseling and therapy, all those things that are included in that wheel, in the spokes of the wheel of anti-human trafficking work. We have some generalized training, and then we do some specialized training for the outreach that we're going to do that day. That's done typically around noon, and then we're out and on the streets into the afternoon doing direct outreach. So training in the morning, outreach in the afternoon. Now, we always get asked too, before people come on trips, what do we actually do on a trip in 5 days? What's the actual work look like? And we work through 4 basic outreaches that are super strategic, that we typically stick to these throughout the 5 days. And the first one there is illegal brothels. We work in a vast network of illegal brothels throughout Las Vegas. And you would know these as massage parlors. We know them as illegal brothels. This is a network of storefronts and businesses that host and force individuals to commit sex acts through the massage parlor industry. And we have a very strategic outreach and method of reaching these individuals in this network of illegal brothels, literally hundreds and hundreds of them around the city. We also partner with a local NGO that focuses on missing kids. This is the prevention portion. A lot of these kids, most of them aren't in abusive or already being trafficked, but they've gone missing. There are specific missing kid cases throughout the city. We partner with like DFS and social services, foster care. And these are kids who have gone missing, who we are responsible for finding them and bringing them home. And so we partner with a local missing kid search organization, and we hit the streets developing leads. And in most cases and most trips, we end up finding at least 1 or 2 of these handful of cases that we get. And this is an ongoing regular thing we help out with. We also work in high-risk neighborhoods. This is a what you would consider a typical outreach when it comes to charity work or being on a missions trip. We go into some of the most difficult, prostituted, gang-ridden, drug-ridden areas in Las Vegas and just provide tangible things, tangible needs. We set up a bounce house. We do food. We give away those resources to individuals in an effort to eliminate vulnerability. And that's really key in our work is if we can eliminate vulnerability, then we can eliminate that high risk situation where an individual may be exploited or taken advantage of. And then we also work in a couple of different direct outreach areas where we typically don't share what those are based on the fact that they're sensitive and how we do that, sensitive in nature, and we keep those confidential. But team members typically are involved in a couple night outreaches that involve direct contact with prostituted women. And it's some powerful strategies that we use to have direct outreach with those who are being exploited. So typically that's what your week is going to look like and the things you're going to do when you serve with us in Vegas on a missions trip. And I had this conversation with an individual a few years ago about what our trips were like, and they said it really well. They said serving with Operation for Freedom is an opportunity-based missions trip, not an objective-based missions trip, and that really stuck with me in a deep way. We really are an opportunity-based missions trip where we're not going after one objective like building a home or painting a room or doing a construction project that allows us to do the work once you leave and once you go home as a missions team. But it's opportunity based where you're doing the ministry, you're hands-on doing the outreach with us as a missionary team. And the feel and look and heart of this trip is including team members into that work in a safe way and in an educated way. So we are an opportunity-based missions trip. That's our approach to our teams. Right now, we're not heavily involved in any construction or building anything, but it's ministry opportunity, direct and tangible to individuals who are vulnerable. And the last question here is, we always get asked, how do I prepare for a trip? How do I prepare to come serve with Operation for Freedom? And number one, pray for opportunity. Pray that God would open your eyes, open doors for you to reach someone. I believe there's these specific moments that happen with all volunteers on these trips that give them an opportunity and a window to speak something, love or hope or the gospel into someone's life, to pray with someone, is pray for opportunities. And we always tell individuals who come and serve with us, it's not if, it's when a God moment happens. And that is the truth. There is going to be a moment, but you have to be ready for that moment and pray that God shows you that moment. So be prepared and pray for opportunity and be open to new ways of ministry. This is a unique missions trip. It is not like any missions trip you've ever been on before. If it's your first time, it is unique, it's different, and be open to new ways of ministry and being tangible and being the hands and feet of Jesus. We always get comments and people are always amazed at the strategies and methods we use to reach individuals who are caught in prostitution, who are being controlled by controllers, being prostituted. I think it's important to be open and not have any preconceived ideas on what it's going to look like or be like, but be open to learning and having a teachable spirit when you come to serve with us. And then last is come ready to engage. You can sit in the back of the room. You can kind of let the week coast by, but if you engage in ministry, God's going to be able to work through you in a more powerful way. It always helps our teams and our crew if you engage in the training, you engage in the outreach, you engage when we're on the streets looking for missing kids or walking into illegal brothels. When you engage and you focus in, God's able to use that energy and that engagement to do the work that he wants to do. And ultimately, it's God who does the work. It's not us. We just show up and serve, and God has to be the one to make it happen. But we want to be a conduit and engage well on these trips. So that's just a little bit about what it's like to serve with us on a short-term missions trip, whether you're booked or you're thinking about booking with us and scheduling to come serve with us, we need your help. We love missions teams. We're so excited for you to be a part of this mission, to find your place in the fight and to help end this epidemic of human trafficking. God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.